Representative Lundeen.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. These are issues of policy, certainly, but more importantly, they're issues of economics. I would argue that if most of us have had an economics class. I mean, you can't get out of college. Excuse me. You can't get out of college without going through an economics class. But let's just go through the refresher course. The one immutable law, immutable rule you must remember from your time in economics is Tanstaffel. There ain't no such thing as a free lunch. We live in a closed economic system. Everything that is done economically has a consequence. I think Representative Thurlow did a fine job of explaining in detail in a manufacturing setting what happens with labor when you artificially, that is without market forces, make a policy that says we're going to raise the rates. What happens in that circumstance is labor demand falls. People lose jobs. They're replaced by automation. And I'm not talking Chappie here. I'm not talking about a robot that would be friendly and nice and artificially intelligent and might join us in the chamber like the individuals that are here today have joined us. I'm talking about machines bolted to floors that replace people who were making wages previously when in fact the price of those wages are artificially raised beyond the productivity associated with them. What happens is it especially crowds out when I will describe it as falsely, and the falsity is based in the fact that it's a policy, it's an edict, it's not a market force raising it, but when you falsely raise that wage, you crowd out first the most disadvantaged among us. They will be replaced by someone who has more experience or who is more productive. So someone who's hanging on to a job that may not be, in fact, giving them a permanent living wage, but it is giving them something that helps sustain their family, those individuals will first be replaced by someone with more experience or more skill or who is more productive. And then, if in fact that remains in place, they'll be replaced by a machine. So in this body, we do some things well. I would say we argue the issues of crime and punishment well. You might have perspectives on other things that we do well in the legislative body, in the legislative environment. But we do not do well when we try to change the immutable laws of economics. When we try to say, you know what, because we are issuing a rule or we are writing a law, the laws of economics will be held back. We might as well rule that the sun shall not rise tomorrow morning, or that the tides should not flow, or that the winds may not blow. Because the reality is economics and market forces are economics and market forces. I do not want to push those people out of the jobs that they have by replacing them with someone who might be more productive or more experienced. I don't want to push those people out of those jobs and replace them with machinery. I would prefer, in fact, that market forces allow people to make the choices that they would have and hang on to those jobs. I speak against this bill. I urge opposition to this resolution. Thank you.